What's up, you guys? I'm so excited because today I'm going to show you how to create a lead gen ad on Facebook. Now, a lead gen ad is for what? Generating leads. And it's one of the easiest ways you can start driving some leads to your business without even having a website, without even having a funnel. If you want to just test an idea out, if you want to just try and get customers quickly, a lead gen ad is one of those things you can try and generate leads on Facebook. Now, in this video, I'm doing this for our clients. So I'm going to walk you through the entire process of me doing this for one of our clients we were running ads for. He had an offer that was very time sensitive. It was something that needed to happen now. We didn't have time to build a funnel, time to build a website. We didn't have time to build out an entire email sequence. He just wanted to generate leads quickly. So what you're going to see in this video is me walking you through the entire process, as well as at the end, if you stick around, I show you some advanced techniques on how we took this ad to the next level by doing some social chaining, some crazy Facebook pixel stuff, and some automation using Zapier. So if you're into that, stick around to the end. But if you're a beginner, that's totally okay too. You can watch this whole video and go step by step and set up a lead gen ad for your own business. All right, we'll see you at the end. All right, what's up? So I'm about to run a lead gen ad for one of our clients, and I thought I would record this process because lead gen ads are kind of one of those things that it's a good skill to learn. I don't use them all the time, but they're pretty easy to set up. And if you don't have a website or a funnel, you're just trying to generate leads, they can be a really easy way to do that through Facebook. And the experience for people is pretty cool because they never actually have to leave Facebook. So I'm going to show you guys how this works, how to set up this type of ad. You're going to come over here to your campaign manager, you can click create, and you're going to choose this lead generation campaign type, okay? And I'm just going to name this one right here, lead gen. I always like to put the date on there. And then right here, campaign budget optimization, optimize budget across ad sets. I'm gonna put this for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do $20 a day. So I can have maybe 4 different ads running and each at $5 a day. So $20 a day should be good to go for this client. And then right here, I'm gonna leave this one on lowest cost. You can check out the advanced options, but I'm not going to do any of those. Hit continue. For the ad set name, I'm going to name that in just a second once I have this little dialed in here, but Facebook page, I have that connected. I don't need this. And down here is where I'm doing the targeting. So I actually just got off a call with this client, and we created this little audience document. So I do this for all the ads I'm running. We basically just go through and talk about, okay, what does your ideal customer for this product look like? Where do they live? What do they, how do they speak? What are they into? What are the interests they, are into? So for this particular offer we're running, it's going to be in these Midwest states right here. The age range is going to be 35 to 60, average age of 56, gender male, married, and then all the rest are kind of just random interests. So we're gonna see which one of these Facebook really has in their system here. So right here, I'm gonna take off United States, and I'm going to include some of those states here. So I'll pause this video while I add those in, but basically just type them in like this, Illinois, and then you click on, see this one says state? I'm gonna do that whole state of Illinois. So I'll pause this video, I'll come back when I have all those states in there. All right, I'm back. I got all those states in there from that spreadsheet. You can see right here, it's pretty much the Midwest. This particular offer we're doing is for an agriculture company, and there's a certain thing happening in these states right now that this offer has to do with. So he's capitalizing on an opportunity right now, and this is a great thing to do in your industry. If there's something that's happening that's specific to a certain group of people or certain area, it can be a really awesome way to bring in new leads who are interested in information about that event that's happening. So the age range here, again, we said 35 to 60. What did I say here? 60. I'm just gonna go 61. We're gonna go men. He's looked at his data before. It is like 80% male, 20% female. So just to keep our ad cost down, I'm gonna just maximize it by just sending this out to a male audience right now. And then down here is where we're going to add the interest, the targeting, the demographics, all those things. And Facebook knows so much about people, and we kind of have some things in here, but I don't know which one of those are in Facebook's system. So we can try some of them. Like let's try this magazine called No Till Farmer. Let's see if it's in here. See, some of these we're going to put in, and nothing might come up. See this? Nothing's coming up. But I like to try some variations and just see, is there anything about no-till? No-till farming is an interest. So I'm going to do that one. Okay. So I'm going to add that to my interest because that wasn't on one of my things. No-till farming. All right. Now I'm not going to do all these, but I'm just going to kind of go through and kind of do the same thing. And I'll pause this video and farming, fishing, and forestry. That one's probably a little bit too broad. I'm not going to do that one. So I'm going to pause this video. I'll let you guys know what I have after the break here. Alright, I'm back. I have a pretty dialed in list here. So I actually ended up going with 2 subsections here. So basically how, if you've never done a Facebook ad before, this is where you're putting the interest of the people, but where you can really dial this in are these 2 buttons here. So what I did was I had this first section and I narrowed it further. And actually I could have done this kind of backwards, but it doesn't matter either way you do it. Basically, Facebook is now only going to show this ad to people who match these things here and these things here. So this really dials in my audience because down here you see I have a bunch of like really broad interests, right? So I have farming, fishing, and forestry, 6 million people. See that on the right side? Agriculture, engineering, 2 million. It goes down, so this is like a huge pool of people, right? But if I just sent this ad out to these people, they might not be interested in this specific offer that we're going to make with this ad. So what I did was this section is going to be a little bit more specific, and actually what I need to do here, farm. No, this is right. So these ones are way more specific. See how agweb.com, only has 22,000 people, but the people who are reading that website are going to be likely to be people who might be interested in this offer. So this is how you can really dial down your interest. And if you look at my sheet here, I was mainly focusing on this left side here. A lot of these red ones were ones that didn't show up in Facebook. So as you go through and do a brainstorm of like all the things about your potential, customers, some of these things were too niche and they don't show up in Facebook as targets. But I think this is a really good starting place. Our potential reach is 15,000 people, which, sometimes people tell you, hey, go real broad, like start, huge. But I've had success with going with smaller audiences like this, or going with, like for short-term ads, which this is a pretty short-term ad, like we're trying to get results really quickly. I like to really dial it in. If you have some time to let Facebook learn about your audience, because Facebook is really smart and they want you to keep spending money with them, right? So like they're gonna get you results. So if you have like a little bit more time, or you're running an ad that's just an evergreen ad that keeps running, I would definitely recommend having this pool of people way higher, like million plus. That way Facebook can learn and weed through that $1 million, and you'll be spending money, but over time Facebook's learning, getting better at bringing you the right types of customers. So I think we're good here. I'm gonna save this audience as let's see. Now once I'm done with the audience, I come back up here and I name it. So I'm gonna say like Midwest. Now this is just really for me to remember if I come back in here. Perfect. I'm actually not going to save the audience. I'm just going to name it up here and Facebook's going to save it. It's fine. I can always, actually, you know what? Fine, I'm going to save this. Hold on. We're going to name it like this. The only downside of saving the audience is if you change, like if I change one thing. No, actually I'm not going to do it. Okay, I've had this issue before where I save the audience, and then if I duplicate this ad and say I want to change a couple things on that ad, because it's a saved audience, because it converts it to a saved audience, I basically, if I change one thing on the next ad, so maybe the next ad I want to get rid of sustainability, right, and just test out, or maybe get rid of this whole section, just test out sending it to these people. If I change that, it'll actually change on all the ads because I duplicated it. So I don't like actually saving the audience. I just like to name them really nicely up here, and then it's easier to come in and change stuff later on. For this one, I'm going to do automatic placements because lead gen ads only show up in certain places on Facebook, and I actually like all the places it shows up. And I'm going to run this continuously starting today. I recommend doing that if you can. Don't set a start and end date. Just do continuously, and then turn it off when you want to turn it off. And then yeah, all this is good. Blah blah blah. Oh, I have to accept this here. View terms and agree. Okay, awesome. We're good to go. Continue. Okay, here's the fun part. So we want to now choose the creative of the ad. The image, the video, what is it going to be? For this one, I'm probably just going to do an image. And then looks like there's already an image populated into this account. And then we're gonna put the text, the display link, if there's a display link. But because this is a lead gen ad, I'm actually not gonna do a link. I'm just gonna try and get them to click this sign up button. And how a lead gen ad works is like this video right here. So just watch this. This is how it's gonna look. They click sign up. There's a little bit more info. They click sign up. And then the form is literally right there where they put in their information right on the form, and they never actually leave Facebook. So it's a really easy to use process for people on Facebook. And this target market where we're marketing to is farmers. They might be a little bit older. They might not be super tech savvy or really wanting to like go to some other website. Then we're going to feel like they're getting scammed, you know what I mean? So we want to keep them on Facebook where there's already this trust built. It's going to be a very cohesive experience. And we're also going to be running ads on Twitter, which is a platform that my client let me know that his target market is very active on. So we're going to be doing the same ad on Twitter to people on Twitter as well. So I'm going to pause this for a second while I dial this in, and then I will come back and share with you guys what I have. All right, you guys, so I got cut off. My video got cut off, but I want to show you the end of this ad here. So I got the creative in here. We got some attention-getting headlines. We got a little slideshow in here. Talking about it's like really rainy right now. We're trying to attract these people who are dealing with wet fields in the Midwest. And down here we got all the information, the headline, the news link description. You guys can see it on desktop right there. And then right down here we have an instant form. So if you've never done this before, you just click create lead form right here. You can fill out the form information, and then it's going to look a little bit something like this, where when they click learn more, it's going to actually show them a lead form. So I don't know if I can show you guys this. Let me see here. Link here. This is what it looks like. So they're going to see an ad like this. They're going to click learn more. I already filled this form out, so it's going to say thank you, you're all set. But if you haven't filled this form out, it's going to pop up just a form right here. I had it set so they give their name, email, phone number, and state. And actually the cool thing with Facebook is they'll auto-populate that for people. So it's really, really quick. They just click, and then I also set it so when they click this button, it's going to automatically download a PDF. So I just did that. If you guys are wondering how to do that, I uploaded the file to Dropbox. So I upload it here to Dropbox. I click share. I click copy link. And then actually, if you just take that link and you see this little 0 at the end, just replace that with a 1. And that's actually just going to automatically download the PDF whenever someone goes to this link. Basically, DL0 means like don't download, DL1 equals download. Okay, so yeah, super cool, you guys. So okay, lastly, I connected. Once you have the lead form set up, it's like, where do those leads go, right? So my favorite place to send them is to Zapier, because when you send them to Zapier, you can send them to all different types of things. So this client was using Constant Contact, so I actually connected Zapier to that. But then I also connected Zapier to a Google spreadsheet. So actually, this is what Zapier looks like. If you've never heard of Zapier before, this is where it gets a little more advanced. So you don't have to do this, but if you want to see where those leads are going, you can just see them on Facebook. But what I like to do is send them to a spreadsheet. So what I have it set up here in Zapier is when a trigger comes in, basically a new lead comes in, gets their information, sends it to Constant Contact for our client, and then it sends it to this spreadsheet for me. So it'll send then to this spreadsheet right here, and it'll come in test. You know, this is the test one I sent in, an email, phone number, and state. And then I also added this follow-up field so they can track and see if they followed up with these leads, if they become customers, and all those things. It's also going to add it to, like you saw, their email list there. So they're building their email list with this ad as well. Now, how we're taking this ad to the next level for this client is we are actually, I'm doing something called social chaining, which is basically utilizing another platform to increase engagement on one platform. So what I'm doing, because a lot of his audience is actually on Twitter, is we're creating a Twitter ad. And so I've actually never created a Twitter ad before today, but it was really easy. If you can create a Facebook ad, you can definitely create a Twitter ad. And the cool thing is we dialed in our audience here as well. You see the locations. We have some lookalikes. So basically people who follow these accounts are probably going to like and relate with this ad. And then lastly, on Twitter, you basically select the creative is like your tweet. So I created this tweet right here, and we're going to select that, and we're going to start running this ad to this link right here. Now, the crazy part about this link is I'm using Link Hero, which you guys saw in one of my tabs. I don't even think I still have it up, but Link Hero is basically like a URL shortener, right? So, you know, like Bitly, where you can shorten a URL. So when I click this link, it actually takes people to Facebook. But the cool thing about Link Hero is you can embed the Facebook pixel within the URL. So when someone clicks that on Twitter, it's actually gonna trigger the Facebook pixel to capture their data, so we can retarget them with future ads. So not only are we getting a Facebook pixel to fire when they click this ad, but also we are going to be generating social proof on the ad itself. So this link goes to the Facebook ad that I'm running right here. So this is the Facebook ad. It links straight to that Facebook ad. So basically everything is going in through this one ad. Twitter is linking to Facebook, and hopefully we can create one ad that has a ton of engagement, a ton of likes, you know, a ton of leads, and they're all going through Facebook, through one place instead of going like through a funnel, basically. So again, this is like not a long-term solution. This is just for a quick win for this client. Eventually we'd love to build a funnel, you know, like a full website they can go to, they can see more information, they can, you know, see testimonials, all those things. But right now, you know, this is May 24th when I'm doing this video, and the deadline for this is in like 2 weeks. So we're trying to just get this out there, blast it out there super quickly. So yeah, I just want to show you guys the process of doing a lead gen ad, and then some advanced marketing techniques at the end you can start messing with. Zapier, Twitter ads, all the things. It's really powerful when you pair all this together, and you can really get your message out there quick. So hopefully this video is helpful for you guys. And if you have any questions, you can always find me on the internet somewhere and send me your questions. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm super excited you stuck with me through the entire thing. I hope you're gonna go out there and create some leads for your business. This is valuable information. Even if you're not doing this for your own business, you can get paid to do this for other people's businesses. There's so many businesses out there that struggle with generating leads. And imagine if you went up to a business owner and said, hey, do you mind if I make you some more money? Why don't you pay me when you get paid? This is a really great way to get started with Facebook advertising, is create a deal with someone like that where you get paid when you make them more money. So that way, the only financial risk they have is actually spending the money on Facebook ads, which you can tell them, hey, you can spend $3 a day on Facebook ads. You know, you can spend a tiny little bit, but I can help generate leads for you. If you spend more, we can generate more leads. But you don't even pay me until you get paid. So there's a couple ways I've seen people do that. One is you get paid a flat fee commission, right, per lead. So if they're selling a service that's a flat price, maybe you get paid this flat price. The other way to do it is a percentage. So if your client or business you're working for has a range of products, you should get paid on a percentage, or maybe you can work on a deal where you get paid a percentage of whatever that customer buys. So maybe you're making 10%. If they buy a $1,000 product, you make $100. If they buy a $10,000 product, you make $1,000. So work it out. Work out a thing that works for you and the business owner you're working with, and go create some leads for them. And they're never going to fire you because you're going to be just making them more and more money. All right, hope this was helpful, you guys. Hope this was inspirational. Go out, take action on it, and we will talk soon. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Steven. It's about a week later since I recorded that last video. I just wanted to update you guys on the updates. Actually, it's a little less than a week, and I learned some things in the process. So one, Twitter doesn't like if you link straight to the Facebook ad. Tried that, didn't work. I tried to even like mask the URL and things like that. Didn't work. So now on Twitter, just because the client didn't have time to build a funnel, we're just linking it to a Google form, which is connected to that same spreadsheet. Secondly, the lead ad is working really well. We have our lead cost per lead is about $2.30. So $2.30 it costs us to get a new lead in. That's a name, an email, and a phone number. And then the business, the team from the business is following up with a phone call, which will hopefully lead into a sale. And the product that they're selling ranges between, I'd say on average, they sell about a $3,000 product. So $2.30 to potentially sell a $3,000 product, even if like 10% of these people, or even a tiny percentage of these people actually like take that offer and buy that product, this is gonna be a very, very profitable ad. And so we started the ad, I wanna say it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday last week, the 24th. It's the 28th now, so it's only been running for 4 days. And actually Facebook, yesterday they deactivated the ad because at the end of the lead form, what I showed you guys with the Dropbox thing, Facebook didn't like that. So I had it so when they click that button, it instantly downloads. Facebook didn't like that, and so now we're just linking them to the Dropbox file where they can view it online and they can download. Facebook is one of those things, like Facebook's always changing. You used to be able to do that, you can't now. Facebook doesn't like that. So I changed it, so now they have to opt in to download it instead of it just instantly downloading. So we got the ads back up and running today, but the 3 days they're running, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we generated 26 leads so far. So almost 10 leads per day. That's pretty crazy, you guys, at $2.30. This is it's an ad that's doing really well, and it's a totally cold audience. We're not sending this to a warmed up list or anything like that. We're just taking advantage of a good timing with an offer that speaks directly to the person we're targeting. So this is why that it takes, you can't just run a lead ad for anything. You got to really know who you're sending the ad to, so that you can really dial it in just for them. And this client I'm working with, he really knows his who. He knows the language to speak. So before I ran the ads, I interviewed my client, and I was like, tell me how they speak. Do they call themselves this, or do they call themselves this? Where do they live? What age are they? So I got all that information so that when we ran this ad, it's really resonating with the people who are seeing it. They're seeing it, they're tagging their friends in it, it has good engagement, and it's going to be a very profitable ad for this business, which I'm super excited about. So I just want to give you guys an update. It's only been 4 days. We're going to keep running the ad for the rest of this week, and then it kind of is like, it's a time sensitive thing, so it'll probably turn off after that. But I just want to give you guys an update, those 2 things I learned, so you don't have to make those mistakes yourself. One, Twitter, you can't link straight to Facebook, you gotta link to something else. So whether you're linking to a website or a landing page or even a Google form. And then 2, Facebook doesn't like when you have at the end of the instant form a PDF that just instantly downloads when they click the button. They want to, you want to send them probably to a website or to, maybe a form. Fill out this form to get your free PDF and have it instantly download there. Or like what we're doing, just because they were in a hurry, we just are linking them to a Dropbox file without having it instantly download. So they can just read it right there on Dropbox, or they can click download if they want to save it to their computer. So hopefully this was super helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching, and go out there and create some lead gen ads. Bye.